Americans are noticing the tariffs, and Wall Street as well is noticing what's going on with the tariffs. This morning, President Trump posted that China has violated a preliminary trade agreement with the U.S. For more on this, let's bring in the co-anchor of CNBC's Squawk Box and a New York Times columnist, Andrew Ross Sorkin. And it's interesting to see the way the markets react to court rulings pertaining to the tariffs versus Trump's posts about the tariffs.
It's an interesting situation because the markets actually have turned negative, at least in the immediate aftermath of those comments by the president, because it sounds like the president is going to be escalating tariffs and this tariff battle with the Chinese. You had the comment yesterday by Scott Bessent suggesting that the talks were stalled with the Chinese, which is not something we had heard before from this administration. In fact, this administration had tried to put a bit of a happy face on where things stood. And now clearly the president coming out and saying that there's a problem. By the way, he could come out earlier and said there was a problem with the EU just a week ago. Now that has been extended. So I think there's a big question mark about when any of this is going to be resolved. And again, that creates a question mark about if there's a paralysis in the economy. Having said that, we've also discussed that this economy has been remarkably more robust than most economists have thought. Some of the data we're seeing today suggests that as well. There's some little hiccups along the way in some of the data that's come out. But nonetheless, the markets don't like an escalation. And at least today, it appears for the moment that there may be one.
All right. And now I'd love to know about the meeting between the president and Jerome Powell. Little tense, perhaps? No? Any tension?
You know, it's a little unclear what really happened. Clearly, the president has been quite public. I mean, Mika, you know this as well as anybody. There's two versions of President Trump oftentimes. There's a very public version who takes to Truth Social, makes very public proclamations, criticizes folks and other things. And then in person, will talk to them and can be very charming. So it's not clear that this was necessarily a meeting with genuine animosity. I think the president has a view that he believes that interest rates should be lower and that Jay Powell needs to lower them. And Jay Powell has a view that the data hasn't suggested that he needs to do such a thing and that he wants to wait and see. And that because of the tariff piece and really just the uncertainty around that, he wants to see where that ultimately lands, I think, first before making a move. We did not see a tweet yet or a Truth Social post yet from the president as it relates to that meeting. So I don't think we really know exactly how that meeting went. But I think we all know what the conversation was.
Yeah. CNBC's Andrew Ross Sorkin, thank you very much.